Sometimes when you treasure hunt, you don't realize the significance of what you got until you take a look at it at home. That's what just happened to me.
I think we just hit silver. We just... Oh my God. Oh my God, this is incredible.
I knew it was different. I didn't know what it was, though.
Okay, this is find of the day right here. This is silver and it's foreign.
Definitely not foreign, but definitely greatly affecting other parts of the world and continuing to today.
Oh my God. You don't see this. Like, this is the surface right here. The storm washed it away. Oh my God. This is a day to be here. Oh my God. Wow.
What is it, you ask? It's a relic of America's greatest generation. It's a relic of nuclear proliferation and the origins of that. When I found this on the beach, I did not know what it was. Kind of need glasses these days, but oh my God. Manhattan Project, atomic bomb. This is a relic. This is perhaps somebody that worked on the project. Maybe it's a pin. You see the things in the back. You see a bunch of numbers. This is a find of a lifetime right here. My grandpa stormed Normandy, and other family members, such as my grandmother's brother, were set to invade Japan during World War II. After a long, hard-fought war in Europe, there was the daunting task of 500,000 minimum soldiers needed to invade Japan. Movies like Saving Private Ryan focus on the war in Europe, but the Pacific Theater was a big challenge. Pearl Harbor was attacked by Japan, and there was definite American support for this war, but people knew that it was going to be an absolute bloodbath. You put soldiers on the ground, it's a bloodbath.
First in a test in the United States New Mexico desert, then 5,000 miles away at Hiroshima, and then again at Nagasaki, came the world-shaking explosions of the atomic bomb.
Latest reports from the Japanese say that 126,000 died as the result of the damage done by the single bomb that blasted the city. With the help of gauze masks, a few citizens seemed able to exist among the wastelands. Although the end of Japan's aggression was in sight before atomic bombings, it was this terrific force that finally signed her death warrant.
It was the moment that started the Cold War and shaped the present as we know it. Rivalries that started at that time continue today, and America no longer has a monopoly on this technology. Cancer rates remain high in Japan, and people have lived in fear for decades of this happening in an area that is close to them. If you doubted that I was obsessed with this era, well, here you go. The decision to drop the atomic bomb on Japan is one of the most controversial in history, and it personally haunted J. Robert Oppenheimer for the rest of his life.
We knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." I suppose we all thought that.
remember the conversation in my family. My grandparents considered Harry Truman and J. Robert Oppenheimer as heroes. My grandmother did not want to lose her brother, and people of that generation knew what a real prospect that it was, somebody going off to war and never coming back. Where this was found plays a significant part in this story as well. It was found at a place called Dead Horse Bay, which was a dump site for early 20th century to mid-20th century New York garbage. And the fact that it was found there, perhaps you could say little thought was given to the significance of being a part of the Manhattan Project. Perhaps the person that wore this wanted to forget instead of wanted to be proud of being a part of this, because there was a lot of blood on this person's hands. It's really controversial. It's really, it's part reality of war, and it's also part, there's a lot of blood on this. So I did some research on this, and I positively identified it. Now, there's two versions of it. There's a silver version, which is the one that I have, and there's a bronze version. A bronze pin was awarded to those with less than 1 year's service. Now, the back is a bit of a mystery, but the one word at the bottom here that I could make out is sterling. So this is somebody who they were there for more than a year. They played a more significant part in the development of the atomic bomb. This is the silver version of the Manhattan Project pin, the version presented to individuals who worked with the Manhattan Engineer District for more than 1 year. So how many people worked for the Manhattan Engineer District? And we have an answer right here. The Manhattan Engineer District is the project which produced the atomic bomb. As of June 22nd, and this is 1945, some 5,500 industrially deferred men were among the many thousands employed by the Manhattan Engineer District. We also were able to solve for what the markings at the bottom are. So this mark right here, the castle shown on the bottom is the symbol for the Army Corps of Engineers. For this reason, the project's administrative headquarters building in Oak Ridge was known as the castle. And that leaves us one thing left to solve. Look at the thing in the middle, the engraving that goes across. I believe that says Whitehead, and that's a name. So I should have pointed out that this was from the Museum of Radiation and Radioactivity. And right here in the middle, it says this particular pin was given to Carl J. Irwin. They're talking about this one, not mine, for his work with the Stone and Webster at the Clinton Laboratories, Oak Ridge National Laboratory during the war. So this is where I really have to dig in, because I got separate results. I did a search for Manhattan Engineer District and Whitehead. And the thing is, you'd get Manhattan Engineer District in one thing, and you would get Whitehead in a totally separate article. And the newspaper kind of reads it as the same thing. So I have a lot of articles that I have to look through, but I'll keep you posted on this. So there's a few thousand of these that exist, both in bronze and silver. And silver means that you were there longer. This is somebody who played a significant role in winning World War II. That's a significant find. And obviously, if I could positively connect this and reach out to the family and, they want it back, it did end up in a garbage dump. Sure, I'll give it to them. Any help from somebody who's watching this video, I'm happy to accept it. I'm going to post the article that I mentioned before on my website, iratemetaldetectors.com, and I'll link to it also in the video description and the pinned comment. But
wow, treasure hunting, whether it's mudlarking, whether it's metal detecting, it's so full of surprises. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm really excited about this one.